It's the second Friday of the month, so you know what that means. It's time for WAVY's Navy Ship Salute. That's when we showcase sailors from our locally based ships.
And today it is one of the newest members of the Navy's fleet, the USS Fort Lauderdale. 10 on your side's Brett Hall is currently on board the vessel right now. So Brett, it's nice to see you out there. How are the sailors today?
The sailors are doing well, and they're especially doing well because they're right here in nice, calm waters. But as Jeremy's been talking about, the water's going to be getting a little choppy, especially with a Category 5 hurricane out there. And hurricanes is something this ship in particular prepares for. Right now we're with Lieutenant Pham. Good morning to you.
Hey, good morning. How are you?
So you said, I'm doing great, by the way. You said that recently, just in the last 2 weeks, you went through what's known as a DISCA drill. What does that mean? I've never even heard that term before.
Yeah, so DISCA is Defense Support of Civilian Affairs, or Civil Authorities, excuse me. And what that is when the Department of Defense is able to provide support to civilian governments like Florida or Georgia or any sort of government entity that is asking for some help. And so what we did recently was we did a full mission rehearsal right here off of Fort Story. We brought on some Marines, we brought on some additional Navy folk, and we practiced what that would be like. So
what it would be like to, I guess, go into a community that was just hit by a hurricane?
Yeah, exactly. So it could be a hurricane on the West Coast, it could be an earthquake, it could be any sort of affair where they need some help. And so the Navy and Marine team comes aboard and we can bring them food and water, help repair lines or communication or whatever the case is. And that's what we bring to that. So we just practiced doing that off our story.
Yeah, especially important to do it this time of year. You know, a question a lot of people will ask, I remember when I moved here, locals aren't afraid of a hurricane until the Navy moves out of town. It's called sortie, right?
Yeah, that's right. So the Navy will sortie ships if the weather's bad enough. And the reason we do that is because ships are just generally safer at sea. So when we're here along the port or tied up, we have potential to bang up against the pier, or we could split lines and get drifting off. So we're safe at sea. Ships are designed to be at sea, and that's where we go.
I guess just not for those that get seasick, probably, right? No. Now, real quick, right? These lovely sailors behind them, they are actually from Florida, and we've talking about Fort Lauderdale, named obviously for Fort Lauderdale. You said you're from that area, near that area, right?
Yes, I'm from Miami.
What's it like to serve on a ship with, a community you've grown up knowing?
It's a huge honor for me, and yeah, it's pretty awesome.
Well, we thank you guys for what you do each and every day. We're going to have more in our next hour on WAVY's Navy Ship Salute. For now, live on USS Fort Lauderdale. Brett Hall, 10 on your side.
All right, thanks, Brett. Well,